Hello and welcome back to the English Fluency Podcast. In this episode we're talking about something important. Let's get started. Sometimes silence is louder than words. When someone disrespects you, your instinct might be to react, to defend yourself, or to lash back with equal force. But often, the most powerful response is no response at all. Staying quiet in the face of disrespect doesn't mean you are weak. It means you are wise enough to know that not every action deserves your energy. Disrespect often comes from a place of insecurity or immaturity. People lash out when they feel threatened, misunderstood, or powerless. When you respond with anger or bitterness, you feed into their negativity. But when you remain silent, you take away their power. You show that their words or actions cannot disturb your inner peace. Staying quiet doesn't mean you ignore how you feel. You should always acknowledge and process your emotions. But you don't have to act on them immediately. Silence gives you space to reflect, to rise above, and to choose your next move with clarity. It allows you to protect your dignity and maintain your self-respect. In today's world, where everything is expected to be loud and instant, tweets, comments, arguments, silence can be revolutionary. It speaks volumes about your self-control, maturity, and inner strength. It tells the world that you do not operate on someone else's level of chaos. Also, silence can teach others how to treat you. When you refuse to engage with disrespect, you set a boundary. You're saying, "I won't allow myself to be dragged into negativity." People notice when you stop reacting. Some may test your patience, but others will come to respect your calm. Eventually, your silence will echo in ways words cannot. This approach doesn't mean you should always stay silent in every situation. There are times when speaking up is necessary, when silence enables harm or allows injustice to continue. But when it comes to petty disrespect, insults meant to provoke you, or attempts to bring you down, silence is your strength. It signals that you won't stoop to that level. You choose peace over drama. The truth is, not everyone deserves access to your emotions. Not every slight deserves your energy. When you learn to stay quiet in moments of disrespect, you gain control over your inner world. And that's real power. Let's talk about the power of walking away. Walking away silently is not giving up, it's rising above. You don't always have to explain yourself to people who are determined not to understand you. You don't have to prove your worth to those who see you through the lens of their own insecurities. By walking away, you free yourself from an environment that no longer serves your growth. Silence also gives you time to heal. After being disrespected, you might carry a mixture of anger, sadness, and disappointment. By remaining quiet, you create a buffer between your emotions and your actions. This gives you the chance to respond thoughtfully instead of impulsively. You can decide how to move forward in a way that honors your values. In relationships, whether personal or professional, your silence can shift dynamics. It can reset expectations. People who are used to getting a reaction may begin to rethink their approach. They may even come to recognize the impact of their behavior. And even if they don't, you've shown that your peace cannot be disturbed by someone else's chaos. You may also find that silence becomes a form of strength in conflict resolution. When emotions run high, stepping back and choosing quiet over confrontation can prevent escalation. It allows both sides to cool down and reflect. It might not fix the issue immediately, but it creates space for a more respectful and effective resolution later. And let's not forget the long-term impact of staying quiet. It helps you build a reputation for grace and composure. People will know that you're not easily shaken, that you don't waste energy on pettiness, that you handle yourself with dignity, even when others do not. Moreover, staying quiet is a form of discipline. Discipline isn't just about routines and hard work, it's also about choosing your battles wisely. It's about knowing when to speak and when to be silent. It's about emotional maturity and intelligence. When you learn the art of silence, you're actually mastering the art of restraint, something very few people are capable of in a reactive world. Your silence also teaches you self-control. Each time you resist the urge to argue back or defend yourself unnecessarily, you build mental strength. You begin to realize that your peace of mind is far more valuable than being right in someone else's eyes. You begin to understand that peace doesn't come from proving others wrong, it comes from being okay with yourself. Let's reflect on this. How many times have you regretted speaking in anger? How often have you wished you could take back the words you said in the heat of the moment? Silence prevents that regret. It gives you time. It gives you options. It gives you the power to decide, not just react. Silence also creates space for transformation. When you stop talking, you start listening to yourself. You begin to hear your own voice more clearly. You begin to hear your truth. Disrespect from others becomes an opportunity to connect with your values, to remind yourself who you are, and to grow stronger in your sense of self. And here's something powerful. Silence can be a mirror. When someone disrespects you and you don't respond, they're left to face themselves. There's no argument to distract them, no justification to lean on. Just the weight of their own words echoing back at them. That's powerful. That's transformative. So, the next time someone disrespects you, remember this: you are not obligated to react. You are not required to match their tone or sink to their level. You can stay still. You can stay silent. And in doing so, you can stay powerful. Your silence may not change them, but it will protect you. And that, in the end, is what truly matters. Silence isn't weakness. It's wisdom in action. It's self-respect. It's peace. And sometimes, it's the most powerful message you can send.